Greetings, I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of IWC. Today, I'm going to discuss the proper usage, care, and maintenance of the IWC Pilot's Watch Double Chronograph, edition Antoine de Saint-Exupery, reference 3718-08. This automatic winding timepiece can nevertheless be manually wound should it run down by threading the crown out from its position flush with the case and turning it clockwise until the advance of either chronograph seconds at center or the constant seconds indicator at 9 can be observed. At this point, you can screw the crown back in, place the watch on the wrist, and the natural course of kinetic energy and wrist motion will fully wind the watch up to its rated power reserve of 44 hours. Should you wish to wind the watch to a full power reserve, continue turning the crown and note that due to the bridal mainspring, the watch cannot be accidentally overwound. The bridal mainspring will simply slip to relieve excess pressure. Once the watch has been wound, two functional refinements enable easier setting of the timepiece. The first is a quick set date function, such that the date indicator at 3 o'clock can be rapidly corrected should the watch have run down or encountered an irregular length month. Simply turn in clockwise direction to set the date and counterclockwise direction to cycle the day. Once this is complete, the watch can be set precisely to the second by pulling the crown to extremity and activating the hacking function. This stop seconds function halts the beat of the balance, stops the seconds hand, and allows the watch to be set precisely to a known accurate reference time, such as an atomic clock. Once this is done, return the crown to its first position and screw it in until it is flush with the case. Only by doing so can you retain the factory-rated hermeticity of the timepiece. The watch is only rated to 6 ATM water resistance when the crown is screwed in completely. IWC advises that 6 ATM water resistance is sufficient to use in conjunction with swimming and most water sports. However, there are certain handling limitations on the timepiece with respect to water. The first is the relationship between leather straps and water damage, which is 1-to-1. Leather is a natural porous material that will degrade rapidly should it be exposed to moisture. Swap the watch out onto a textile strap or bracelet available from IWC before submerging it or taking it in the water. It's also important to note that as a split-second chronograph, none of the chronograph pushers nor the crown should be activated when the watch is wet or submerged, as this can bypass the seals of the case and introduce water into the watch. Should you see any evidence of condensation within the watch, immediately take the watch to an authorized IWC service center, such as an authorized independent retailer or factory-owned boutique, lest mechanical and cosmetic damage to the interior of your watch result. Furthermore, IWC reminds you that water resistance is not a static feature of a timepiece. It ebbs with time. As seals dry up, lubricants dry up, IWC recommends having your watch tested annually at an authorized service center for the factory-rated water resistance to protect the value of your investment as well as its functional integrity. As a split-second chronograph, this watch has several unique features that set it apart from a conventional wrist-borne stopwatch. Now, it can be operated conventionally by pressing the pusher at 2 o'clock to stop as well as start the chronograph function. It should always be activated in precisely this sequence. You start the watch, stop the watch, and reset it with the pusher at 4. Never press the pusher at 4 when the stopwatch is in motion, as this can damage the movement. To operate the split-second function of the watch, start the watch using the pusher at 2 o'clock, and then depress the pusher at 10 o'clock. This will stop the split-seconds hand. This can be used to mark the first interval, for instance, when the first of 2 race cars crosses the finish line. By operating the conventional pusher for the stop-start function, you can then stop the primary chronograph seconds hand when a second interval occurs, for instance, when a pursuing car crosses the finish line. You can resume the beat of the watch by pressing the chronograph pusher at 2 o'clock, and the primary chronograph seconds hand resumes its motion. In sequence, then press the 10 o'clock rattrapant split seconds pusher to return the 2 chronograph seconds hand into a matched beat. It's important to note that should the chronograph be operated continuously, it will run down the power reserve of the watch at a faster rate. IWC reminds you that although every IWC pilot's watch features a soft iron inner case to protect against magnetism, it's critical to observe caution around extreme magnetic fields, such as those created by professional MRI equipment. Should you suspect that the watch has become magnetized in spite of the solid caseback and inner magnetic shield, take the watch to an IWC authorized retailer where specialized equipment is available on site to immediately demagnetize your watch. With respect to service, IWC recommends servicing a mechanical timepiece every 2 to 5 years, depending on overall condition and performance. But above all, IWC advises to only use factory-authorized service centers, such as dealers or company-owned boutiques, where trained personnel, specialized equipment, and original factory replacement parts are available to protect the investment integrity as well as functional performance of your timepiece. To see the full manual for this and other IWC Pilot's Watch references, visit the manufacturer's homepage at IWC.com, where the original manuals can be seen under the service header on the website. For step-by-step instructions on how to use and care for this watch, call the specialized experts at our website, govbergwatches.com, who will walk you through every single step of this watch's operation and care.